to create a transparent image on a photograph. So this is an image, it's going to be a headshot for a client, and once I've done all my retouching and stuff, I need to remove that background. Now, I knew I was going to do this, so I intentionally shot it on white because he's wearing dark. You could use a green screen for this. I just will usually pick something that's opposite of whatever they're wearing. So the way I do it is I go to select and I go to color range, and I'm going to sample my background, right? So now I've sampled this white, and you can see that this will either deselect more. So that's basically anything that the computer or Photoshop thinks is the color that I've sampled. And I don't want this to have any gray in it because I really want to remove the entire background. So sometimes you just have to find a balance. So to me, I feel like that's a good balance, and I'm going to hit OK. Now you can see that there are certain parts of his face that are included in this, and the way I'm going to get rid of that is go over here to my quick wand selection tool. I'm going to go to the minus, and I'm just going to unselect, just run it over anything on him that shouldn't be there, right? So there we go, pretty simple. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select inverse. So now he's selected. I'm going to go to edit, copy. So I've copied him, not the background. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to create myself a new blank layer. I'm going to go over here, edit, paste, and I'm pasting him on. So if I remove my bottom layer, now you can see the only thing left is him. Now I always check, and I always advise that you guys check this. So what I do is I turn off my background layer. I'm going to go to the square over here. I'm going to pick some funky color that he is not wearing. And I'm going to go and draw a nice big rectangle on top of him. I'm going to put that underneath that transparent layer so that it shows through. Now what I'm going to do is just kind of carefully go around and make sure that I'm not missing anything. Like there's no green shining through where it shouldn't be. This was a pretty simple cut. Sometimes if any of their things like their eyes or their teeth or even parts of their hair are still selected, you might have this issue. I don't have that here. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that background. Now the only thing that's left is a transparent layer with him on top. Now the key to doing this so that you keep it this sort is you're going to go to File, Save As, and you want to make sure that your format is PNG. And PNG is going to allow it to save as a transparent image. The other thing is if you were adding something to this, you never want to flatten this layer because the minute you flatten it out, it's going to give it a white background, and that's not going to be what you want. So you always want to make sure if you are combining things in this that you do merge visible and not flatten, save as PNG, and now you have an image that's ready for a headshot or anybody that wants to replace that background.